This time on Icom Radio News, we travel to one of the most remote locations in the world, the Kingdom of Bhutan. This expedition takes us to the eastern slopes of the Himalayas, a mountain chain steeped in tradition and lore. Bhutan has been visited throughout the centuries by saints, mystics, scholars, and pilgrims. This land has been blessed with a people rich in a cultural legacy. From traditional woven garments to the prayer flags high on the local mountaintops, the place is nothing less than magical. Our trip would begin with several long flights and end with our aircraft seeking a hidden airstrip in what felt like the middle of nowhere.
Oh my goodness, there's the airstrip.
You got it?
Landing was, well, touch and go.
Oh my goodness. Look at how close.
We landed at the international airport in Thimphu, Bhutan. It felt good to make it after such a long trip. Our DX team included avid contester and DXer Glenn Johnson, W0GJ. Glenn was our DXpedition leader and had both professional and ham radio reasons for our group traveling to Bhutan.
I'm an orthopedic surgeon. I belong to an organization called Orthopedics Overseas. We go for a month at a time and we teach our profession to the locals. I assembled a team and we put Bhutan on the air. I've been back several times teaching orthopedics and also doing some contesting and DXing from the Kingdom of Bhutan. And I've taken my family there and we've all been on the air from Bhutan and it's been just a lot of fun.
The trip to our destination would take some time. The roads in Bhutan were not multi-lane highways or even wide double-lane roads. No, these roads were mostly single-lane tracks cut high into the surrounding mountains. With turnouts and the occasional shoulder, we held our breath when our driver tooted the horn to warn others that a vehicle was rounding the corner. The place itself is beautiful. The Bhutanese have lived in harmony with nature for centuries. The country has been identified as one of the 10 biodiverse hotspots in the world. Its ecosystem harbors an estimated 770 species of birds, over 50 species of rhododendron, medical plants, and orchids. Also rich in wildlife with animals like snow leopards, golden langur, blue sheep, tiger, water buffalo, and elephant. I have to include the many wonderful domestic animals, some of which even shared our single-track roadway. Quite positive we would have to wait our turn. The hospitality and friendly Bhutanese people offered a simple hello, but to myself and the team, we knew we had arrived. Okay, this is a little guided tour out the front door of our humble abode here in Bhutan.
Well, we have beautiful skies in a tri-band 10, 15, and 20 meter beam. We will see coax running over to our other 10 meter beam and looking out into the beautiful countryside. Breathing is a lot more difficult here with the elevation we are. There's an R7000 which when we got here had a burnt trap, and then our third tri-band beam around the side of this beautiful place where everything ran into the window, into the side, into the ham shack. Neat's rat's nest.
Rat's nest over here.
How you doing today, Glenn?
I'm doing just fine. Contest is over. We did great. Had fun. That's the most important thing. Taught the new Bhutanese hams how to operate a little bit.
How many contacts do you think they made
Well,
yesterday?
between them, they probably made altogether maybe 40 or 50.
Wow, that's their first experience in contesting.
First experience, yeah.
Hey, do you think the wiring that we have for the ham shack is ISO 9000 too?
Sure is.
Oh, here's a 40 meter dipole I believe we ran here that runs parallel to the hill. We will stand here on the wall underneath the beam and you can see directly what we were transmitting into. Hopefully the angle of radiation was high enough where we could get over the mountain. Zoom into some of the beautiful countryside. And this is the Zon for the capital of Thimphu. Very beautiful. We were able to go inside, but unable to take any cameras to take any photographs. And right over here, a row of prayer flags as we look across the 80-meter Gladiator.
The home itself was beautiful, our accommodations first class, and the DX, well, in one word, fantastic.
And here is our host, Yeshi. Hi, Yeshi, how are you?
Thank you very much. Hi.
And this is the area where we would eat all of our meals, prepared in the kitchen with the chefs here. Our driver, Strong. Hello. And then up the stairs, the setup we had, the main shack.
Yak, 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 yak. That's what we did all weekend.
That's right.
How do you feel today, Dave?
457,000 points.
I feel great.
It's good.
I've been up since 2 o'clock. It's 1 p.m. now.
Haven't hit you yet.
Not yet. It will on the road.
Across the edge of the Bhutan Ham Center are all the different QSL cards.
11 of those have Johnson for a last name.
Yeah, it looks like the Johnsons have a monopoly on all the QSL cards.
After experiencing the excitement and energy of being on the air during a major DX contest, we all noticed a different sort of energy. This place, the beautiful prayer flags flowing in the crisp mountain air.
A view of the Himalaya mountains, so peaceful.
For a moment, the radio silent, a still calm. All in our team was at peace, and for me, in this place, I could feel the echoes of generations past. For Icom America, I'm Ray Novak, N9JA.
When Ray told me we were off to Florida for a short vacation, I was a little apprehensive. Ray is like most other guys, energetic, funny, and well, a guy.
Rollin', 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 get those QSOs rollin'.
This trip was not just your ordinary vacation.
QRM.
He was in search of ham radio adventure, and I was looking forward to a long stroll on the beach, never-ending sunshine, and some sightseeing fun.
We're in Pensacola, Florida, heading down to St. George Island. And this is going to be making a very easy de-expedition trip. We fly into an area.
No tents.
No tents. No roughing it.
We have running water. I took a shower this morning.
No seasickness.
The accommodations are swell compared to what you would think a de-expedition would be.
There are virtually hundreds of islands all across the United States that are easy to access, and you can do a pretty fun de-expedition from.
A fun de-expedition? That was yet to be determined. One thing I did know, with 8 couples sharing costs, it made the trip affordable for everyone.
When you take a look at a cost of a de-expedition, you've not only got your personal costs, but you've got your travel expenses as well. This one is actually a very nice de-expedition, but some of them will take weeks at a time. The de-expedition to Peter I will actually take them 5 weeks. Time to get down there, I think 3 weeks on the air, and then time to come back.
So describe to me what a de-expedition is again.
Well, a lot of it is for the ham radio operators out there that are trying to collect either a rare island or a rare DX identity. What we're going to be doing this time is putting an island on the air, which is part of the IOTA program, which is Islands on the Air. Each island has a unique identifier for whatever area that they're in, as well as a island number. Looks like right over there is their bridge to the island, Mo. St. George Island, 9 miles. Any particular landmarks I should be looking for?
A de-expedition site that you can drive to and we get lost.
Wow, this island is not very wide, is it?
After getting our bearings, we finally made it.
We were met by Tom, who gave us a look at the temporary antenna setup just a few yards behind the house. On the site would rise a mix of wire, directional and vertical antennas, which would serve us well for the coming week of ham radio. And the view wasn't that bad either. We were sitting just yards from a beautiful beach that surrounds St. George Island.
But it's got a commanding view, so...
The focus for me this weekend was being on the air and in the hot seat at the center of a de-expedition. 5x5 out of St. George Island, Florida, IOTA station November Alpha 085 QSL. Other ham radio stations take turns talking to us. The rare nature of our station generates lots of traffic, causing a radio pileup.
Whiskey for India, Islands on the air, CQ.
The fast exchanges allow us to fit a number of stations into a short time frame. We keep score by entering the radio station's call sign, signal strength, and location. This log allows us to keep track of our contacts.
QSL via W,
QSL via W,
A4AA.
A4AA.
We also offer confirmation of the radio contact with a souvenir of sorts, in the form of a ham radio postcard or what we call QSL card. Sometimes we would work 100 radio stations an hour and sometimes only 10. It was dependent on time of day and if the bands were open.
Has it been like that all morning?
No, it's just stopped about a half hour ago, and the exciting part of a dead band is getting that one person that does dial across and find you and says, coming back to you.
The challenge of ham radio is pitting our high-tech hardware against nature's radio spectrum. With a portable radio system, we can set up and communicate to the world in a short time.
Ray was off knee-deep in the de-expedition. We decided to take a little trip into town, do some exploring, shopping, and get some time alone from the boys. Good meals were always a part of the day. After dinner we would sit around, play cards, chat, and just enjoy the company. Ham radio or not, everyone had fun, pitched in, and enjoyed the beautiful location. Learning about different people and places is what ham radio is all about, and this weekend proved it.
Where is that margarita? Are we boring you, Virginia?
The week was a success, and now it is time to tear down our antennas, radio equipment, and pack it up, and spend the last few hours just enjoying what the island was all about.
Relaxation, a beach at sunset, and time with my boyfriend. This was a great weekend for all of us. Ham radio and fun vacations can coexist. Hams and spouses can get along great and share fun moments that have nothing to do with radio, antennas, or computers.
From the largest ham radio adventures to the smallest, there is a de-expedition for the rest of us.
In a world filled with invisible radio waves, a world made available at the speed of light, the island chasers seek the unique and the rare, radio stations operating on islands around the globe. From the smallest island to some of the most remote destinations on Earth, it is a hearty breed of radio amateur that keeps these islands on the air. Created in 1964 by eminent British shortwave enthusiast Jeff Watts, the international contesting organisation was taken on by the RSGB in 1985. With the world's islands put into many IOTA groups, the challenge of contacting these islands adds to the enjoyment of the hobby of amateur radio. IOTA offers 18 separate certificates, each with varying degrees of difficulty, as well as 2 prestigious awards for high achievement. An honour roll and performance tables are published annually on the IOTA website to encourage continual updating of scores. For more information about the world of island chasing and the Islands on the Air program, point your web browser to www.rsgbiota.org.